Welcome back to In Ohio Country today, and with me I have Danielle Matthews with United Equity, and we're here today, and we kind of want to talk. We've got to be thinking about spring planting, and there's a lot of things to be thinking about. And what are you guys doing at United Equity to help your customers get ready for what's coming?
So specifically, equipment-wise, we're servicing all of our equipment, which farmers need to be thinking about servicing planters, ensuring precision and accuracy. That's one of the biggest steps that you need to start with as far as spring planting is making sure that your equipment's ready to roll as soon as the fields are. But we're also looking ahead as far as herbicide programs. You need to have a plan in place. At this time of year, you may start with a plan, and it may change, but it's easier to have a plan in place than to roll forward and not know exactly what your program is going to be, what fertilizer you're placing, and how you plan on achieving your highest yields.
Well, this time of the year, I know that folks sometimes like to take advantage of maybe being able to save some money.
Yeah, it's still available are some discounts, especially on seed, some herbicide programs, and fertilizer. There's still prepay pricing. As we move in season, you get a little bit of variability. Prices may jump high, they may go low. Right now, it's really a big thing. I'm telling guys to lock in some of their inputs because of being able to have their cost of production more nailed down, knowing they can market some of their grain, and being able to make sure that they're making money on their farm.
Well, we always, talk about when we do our risk management seminars, we talk about how a farmer can increase their profits, much like you guys are concerned about helping your producers do at United Equity.
Yeah, exactly. We look at all of our herbicide programs. We want to nail down at least a plan in place for today, and also fertilizer pricing. We're looking at yield. We're coming off of 2018 where we have higher yields than we ever had before. But we also have to consider we didn't fertilize for the yields that we fortunately took off, which is great in an aspect, but we also don't want to be depleting our soils. We need to make sure here come springtime we have ample amount of fertilizer that if we get the opportunity in 2019 to hit those yields, that we have enough out there again.
Well, talking about that fertility, we also walk the fine line about the 4 R's as well.
Yeah, so the 4 R's are the right place, the right source, the right time, and the right rate. So we do a lot of that, and obviously spring application is ideal for the 4R certification moving here because you're putting it right in front of the crop, and especially banding your fertilizer, talking starter programs. Maybe starter is a good place to get your phosphorus levels, but you can tweak your program. It's all about, what works on your farm and what's best for you. But yeah, we're definitely looking at implying more 4R regulations and making sure that's a part of everybody's thought process as we move forward.
Well, Danielle, you were just talking about how important customizing a plan. You mentioned that how you tailor the program for each producer because, quite frankly, the producer doesn't always have time to keep track of all those things, right?
Right. You're correct. So I like to sit down with each of my growers and we speak about, fertilizer application, whether we've put manure on, how the starter's put on, and what, side dress rate amounts. But we also talk about herbicide programs, which includes tillage. Was tillage done in the fall? Was fall spraying done? A lot of fall spraying wasn't done in 2018. Unfortunately, we didn't have the weather for it. So do we need to reassess herbicide programs come spring for whether or not there's more winter annuals out there or whether or not the tillage will get done that we anticipated? So it's nice to have a plan in place to begin with, but obviously as the year goes, we'll tweak it to what we need to do per farmer.
Well, Danielle, we really appreciate you taking a couple minutes to spend with us today. If somebody wanted more information, where can they go?
So they can go to any of our branches in Delphus, Spencerville, Neptune, or Kossuth, and they can also go to our website at www.unitedequityinc.com.
Danielle, thanks for being with us.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Alan.
United Equity Inc. is your locally owned farm-based cooperative. For agronomic services, we offer seed and a full line of dry and liquid fertilizer, as well as soil sampling by soil type, grid, or management zone to best utilize your fertilizer application. Call us to discuss agronomic services customized for you. Reach your best yields with United Equity, serving Allen, Auglaize, Mercer, Putnam, and Van Wert counties. Visit us on the web at unitedequityinc.com.